Oh God, why is life so short? So when I was younger, just as a person and as a musician, I always thought I was going to live together. I mean, not literally, but you know that voice in the back of your mind? It never said to me, Bill, your days are numbered. Your time is limited here on earth. I never really gave it a thought at all. But as I got older and back problems occurred and other physical ailments happened, it happens as you get older, I began to realize, hey, wait a minute, your days really are numbered. And I just want to let you know, this is not going to be a religious video. You can apply this to your life no matter what your faith or no faith perspective is. All right, so just let me make that clear. So as I have gotten older, in particular as I started Chords of Orion, I really have been giving thought to, hey, how does my limited lifespan here on this earth affect the art that I'm creating? So the first thing I think about, it's actually pretty obvious, is that my time here is limited. I had a beginning, I'm going to have an end to my mortality. And whatever that time is, that's all I get. I get days, hours, months, weeks, years, but it's finite. And so as I've realized that, as I've gotten older, in particular as an artist, I've realized I don't have time to waste, and you don't have time to waste either. If you're going to do something as an artist, do it now. Don't wait. Number two, the next thing I think about with impending mortality, as it were, is that since I don't have time to waste, I need to focus on the important things in life. And I would encourage you to do that too. Really sit down one day and just take a pad of paper or your iPad or laptop or iPhone, whatever, Android, whatever you have, and make a list of the most important things in your life. Serious. Make that list. Maybe pick 10 things. What's the most important things to me as a person? And then, honestly, and I mean be brutally honest, think about what you're actually doing. Are your actions lining up with what you just wrote down as the 10 most important things in your life? If your actions don't match what you've said, then you need to make a change, right? Or you need to be honest with yourself and say, well, those things that I'm saying are important are really not that important. So think about what's most important and then pursue them. Number three, as I've kind of determined what's most important to me in my life, in my finite mortality, and I've decided I need to pursue those, well, certainly one of those is my art, my music. And so what it really encourages me to do, since I know I have a finite amount of time, is to strive to be the very best that I can be. Be the very best that I can be. I hope that you will strive to be the very best that you can be. Now, we're talking about music and art, right? So what does that mean? That means making time, taking some of that finite time to practice your instrument, being serious about studying live performance, recording techniques, playing techniques, genre, creative techniques, everything, that whole ball of wax that forms your art, being really serious about being the best that you can be. Number four, one of the things that I think about is remembering that you're no better or worse than anyone else. Everyone else is finite too, from the greatest of us to the most adulated, celebrated person on earth, to the least of us. Death is the great leveler. That person who thinks they're great, well, they're gonna lie in the grave or be cremated too. That person who thinks they're the lowest of the low, they're gonna lie in the grave or be cremated too. All of our lives are leveled by death, and That's actually a freeing thought to me, to know that I'm no better and I'm no worse than anyone else in this world. I'm just a person like everyone else. That's a freeing thought, and again, as I'm thinking about art, it frees me up to be creative, knowing that what I'm doing is no better, but it's no worse than anyone else. It has the same validity, the same value as everyone else in this world. Number 5. As I think about mortality, as I think about the end of my days, I know it's not fun, is it? But as I think about the end of my days, and I think about what I want to leave behind, even though art, music is extremely important to me, that's not really what I want to leave behind. I want to leave behind a life of love, a life of caring, a life of reaching out to others. And so my question for you is, what do you want to leave behind in your life? All right, guys, I know this is a little morbid. It's late in the evening, and I have this lovely beverage here, but ultimately, I don't think this is the beverage speaking. I think it's really important to think about your life, though, and in particular, in the context of this channel, think about how your life informs your art, informs your music. Let that mortality, let your worldview, your perspective on life inform your art. It's going to be for the better, and it's going to make what you produce all the more authentic and all the more valuable to others who experience it. If you've not already done so, I would invite you to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I've got ambient guitar-related content coming each and every week. Also, if you've not checked out Chords of Orion music on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that good stuff, I'll put a link here to it. And as always, I'll see all of you on the next video.